Hi, today I'm going to be talking to you about writing for the Pet for Schools, and particularly writing part 2, which will be an article or a story. Today we're going to be looking at how to write an article for part 2 of Pet for Schools. Just like with part 1, the email, it's very important that you read the question carefully. When you read the question, you'll see that there's a lot of information. And so to answer this question well, we always suggest the same approach, that when you have so much information that you have to understand, we think it's important that you read the question once, you reread the question so you really understand it, and then you highlight the key words. It's extremely important in the pet that you are answering the question well. And so we recommend that you take these 3 steps to reading the question before you actually start to think about how you are going to answer your question. So let's do this together. Let's read a question, reread a question, and highlight the key words. This is our question, part 2. Write your answer in about 100 words on the answer sheet. You see this notice on an English language website for young people. Learning and the internet. Write an article telling us whether the internet is the best place to look for information. Do you think only young people use the internet? What are other ways there are? What other ways are there to research new things? The best article will be published on our website. So we've read the question once. I'd like you to reread the question. And now we can start to highlight the key words in this question. The first thing is that, again, we're writing 100 words. Part 1, the email, is also 100 words. So both are the same length. Both are worth the same number of points, 100 words. We see this notice on an English language website for young people. When we're writing our article, we'll be writing for young people. And they put it on an English language website or an English language magazine because, of course, they want you to write in English. Learning and the internet. This is important. This is the subject of our article. We're going to be talking about learning and the internet. And of course, we're going to be writing an article. This again is the subject of our article. Is the internet the best place to look for information? Or are there other places where you can look for information? This is the subject of our article. We're talking about learning in the internet and whether the internet is the best place to look for information when we're learning. We also have this. Do you think only young people use the internet? We must answer this question if we think that young people are the only people who use the internet. And we also have to answer this question. What other ways are there to research new things? The yellow is the subject of the article. The article that we are going to be writing is on this subject, learning in the internet. Is the internet the best place to look for information? The green are the content points. Content points are the things which you must include in your answer, in your article. So we have 2 different things here, the subject of the article and then the content points, the points that you must include. Very often in a question, it will say this, the best article will be published on the website. Why do they say this? Because they're trying to encourage you to do your best, to write as best as possible. So now we have read the question and we've highlighted the keywords. Hopefully we have a clear idea what it is that we have to answer. Let's have a look at somebody who has tried to answer this question. In my opinion, the internet is probably the best place to try and find information, but I don't believe only teenagers use it. For instance, my dad loves cooking, and he's always looking for new recipes so he can cook different things, such as Indian meals. Also, my mum is keen on gardening, and she uses the internet all the time to get information on topics like new plants. Although the internet is very useful, we can also find out about new things in a library or ask at school. In my experience, teachers are always happy to help their students learn more. Let's have a look at this answer and let's see how well this person has answered the question. When you write your article, try to use your own words. Try not to just repeat the words in the question. Let's have a look how well this person has done this. In the question, it says, the best place to look for information. And in this person's answer, he said, the best place to try to find information. And so he's trying to use his own words. Yes, he uses the words, the best place, but he's tried to use his own words. Instead of saying to look for information, he said to try to find information. The point is, there are some words which you cannot replace. And it's okay, you can use some words from the question, but we should try, if possible, to show the examiner that we have good English vocabulary and good language. And so we should try, if possible, to use our own words and not copy too much of the question. Another example, in the question, it talks about young people. And in our answer, we talk about teenagers. One more example. In the question, it talks about researching new things. And in the answer, it talks about finding out about new things. And so there are some words which you do repeat. He repeats the words new things. But this person is trying to use their own vocabulary as much as possible. And that is a good idea because it shows the examiner all of the good language that you know. So again, try not to copy too much from the question. Make sure that you answer the question properly. Make sure that you answer you talk about the subject and you include the content points. Let's have a look at this now. So the subject of this article was learning in the internet. Is the internet the best place to look for information? And this person has said the internet is probably the best place to find information. And so it is answering that question. Is the internet the best place to look for information? He's also talking about looking for new recipes, using the internet all the time to get information, and help how teachers are also willing to help their students to learn more. So this is talking about learning, and it's talking about the internet, and it's answering the question whether the internet is the best place. It's talking about other places which are available, teachers are available, libraries are available. So it is talking about this. It is talking about the subject of learning in the internet. And now so it has talked about the subject. The next question is, does it include the content points? Remember, the content points were these points in green. So let's have a look. Check your completed article includes all of the points in the question, all of the content points. The first content point was, do you think only young people use the internet? And this person has said, I don't believe only teenagers use the internet. So he has included the first content point. The second content point was, what other ways are there to research new things? And he said, although the internet is very useful, we can also find out about new things in the library or ask at school. So this person has talked about the subject and included the two content points. So this person has answered the question very well. Let's look at a simple structure that you can use for your articles. Remember, we're writing about 100 words. It's not a huge piece of writing. We're writing about 100 words, and we're probably going to write 2 paragraphs. let's have a look at a simple structure that you can use in your 2 paragraphs when you are writing an article. This was our article, and you'll see that this person starts by giving an opinion. This is a very good idea, and we can use language like "in my opinion." We can use language like "I don't believe" or "I believe," "I think," "I don't think." This is giving your opinion. It's a good thing to do in your articles, to give your opinion. Although the internet is useful, this is this person's opinion. And so you give your opinion, and then to support your opinion, we think it's a good idea to to give an example or two for each opinion, for each idea, for each point that you make. Try to give an example. So let's go back and look at these opinions. We have these opinions, and we now try and give an example. In my opinion, the internet is probably the best place to try and find information, but I don't believe only teenagers use it. This is his opinion, and now we see the example. For instance, my dad loves cooking, and also my mum is keen on gardening. So we have one opinion. He doesn't believe that only teenagers use the internet. And then he gives 2 examples. My dad's always looking for recipes, and my mum's always keen on gardening. So an opinion and an example. His next opinion was that the internet is useful, but you can also find out from other things in the library or ask at school. This is the opinion, and this is the example. In my experience, teachers are always happy to give their students to help their students learn more. And so this is a very nice structure. Give your opinion and then give some examples to support this. It's a very good idea when you're giving your examples to use personal experience. If you think about your own personal experiences, this will help you when you're planning, when you're thinking what to write. So this writer's personal experiences were his dad. His dad loves cooking. Another personal experience was his mum. His mum is keen on gardening. And then finally, another personal experience. In my experience, teachers are always happy to help their students learn more. So that's a nice structure and a nice tip. The structure is to use an opinion and give an example. And then the good tip is, if you're giving examples, use personal experience when writing your article. So let's summarize. Writing an article. Read the question carefully. The question is going to be long. There's going to be a lot of information there. So follow the advice that we've given you. The 3 steps are to read the question, reread the question, and highlight the key words in the question. This will help you to focus on the subject and then the content points. The subject and the content points. And you must include those in your answer. Identify the subject of the article and include the content points of the article. Try to write with enthusiasm and interest. You're writing an article, and we want to try and interest the people who are reading our article. Try and be positive. It always makes your writing more interesting for the examiner. Remember that simple structure we used. Give your opinion and give personal examples to support your opinion. Try to use your own words. Don't copy too much from the question. And lastly, try to write about 100 words. And that's the last piece of advice we've got for you. So good luck with your articles. Thanks for watching, and good luck with the Pet for Schools.